Hey everyone, Moxie here. Welcome back. Today's video is kind of a fun one. It's June, but my partner and I decided to do a Thanksgiving meal using one of the plant-based roasts that we got a couple of months ago when it was on sale. They're very expensive, so we only get them on sale, but we're really excited. We haven't tried this ham style one before. So yeah, it'll be fun. So yeah, other than the ham style roast, we have a pretty standard Thanksgiving setup. We got stuffing, we've got mashed potatoes, but we're doing mashed sweet potatoes because we're edgy and different, and some whole grain rice. We always do brown rice with our Thanksgiving meals. So we usually have that with like our protein. So yeah, got that. Cool. And then, of course, just some frozen veggies, which I found at the bottom of our freezer. So they could use a little bit of loving right now. So perfect opportunity to use them. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever made this type of roast before. We've made the tofurkey before, but not the ham style one. Speaking of that, why couldn't they have come up with a cool name for this ham style roast, right? You've got tofurkey, which is like cool and fun and creative sounding, but then with the ham roast, they're just like, hey, ham style. What does that mean? I know what it means, and it is really good. It is ham adjacent. It was a very good roast, but yeah, I wish they could have come up with some kind of fun, like mock meat name for it. So yeah, I really struggle in getting the plastic off, and honestly, like, I don't, I guess, entirely understand the point of this much packaging. But yeah, after some fighting and finagling, I did eventually figure out how to get it off. Don't worry, you're not gonna have to sit there and watch the whole thing. Um, but yeah, once we got that off, I got the rest of the thing set up for going in the oven. This took over 2 hours to cook, so this was a lot of idle time. This meal actually came together pretty quickly once the roast was done. I think it took us probably half an hour after the roast was done. So yeah, 2.5 hours to cook that, and then another 30 minutes to put together everything else. Which, you know, I really can't complain about because I don't have to do anything when the roast is in the oven. I just have to vibe out and not get too hungry and too curious wondering what it's going to taste like. So yeah, we got that all set up. The roast is ready for the oven. Pop that sucker in. Yes, we keep our pizza stone in the oven at all times unless we're using it for pizza. Don't even worry about it. I actually forget it's there a lot of the time. It's all good. All right, so 2 hours and 15 minutes later, we have a mostly completed ham-style plant-based roast. It looks decent. I understand why they had me add water, because like all of it boiled out. I think this thing probably would have got a little dry if you didn't add the water, right? So, yeah, at this stage, you add the glaze, bake it for another 15 uncovered, and then it's ready to be sliced. So while that is finishing up, we are getting our sweet potato ready for mashing, making it in the microwave like good millennials do. And while that's happening, I'm also making the stuffing on the stove. This is the box stuffing, partly because I'm lazy and partly because that's just what we had on hand. And this was kind of like an impromptu meal, so it was really just what we had in the house. And yes, we actually do keep stuffing in the house year round, just boxes of it. It's cheap. It's a good source of like carbiness for a meal if you ever need it. So yeah, it comes together real quick too. It takes like, I don't know, 5-8 minutes to make. So yeah, we've got the stuffing going. We've got the potato softening up. That sweet potato has seen better days, but it was really delicious still. So I am glad we got to use it before we had to send it to the great garden in the sky. Had too many potatoes go there. Anyway, yeah, so got the stuffing. Yeah, I never really actually measure out the correct amount of butter. I just slap some in there and it's always worked out. So That's what we get. Let that sit for a few minutes and finish up while we make other things. Don't even worry about why that lid is so lopsided with those veggies in there. It's not because they're just one solid frozen chunk in there. I promise. My partner did the sweet potato mashing. I think we probably could have microwaved it for a little longer, but I think part of the issue too is just that the skin was a little tough since, like I mentioned, this sweet potato has seen better days. But once you add some butter, and then our other additions to mashed sweet potatoes for us are salt, pepper, and brown sugar. Oh my god, guys, if you've never had sweet potatoes like that with salt, pepper, and a little bit of brown sugar, oh, you are missing out. Y'all are missing out. Yeah, so yes, do that. Add some butter. Get that all mixed up in there, and yeah, do that. Got the rice, it's just microwave rice. That's all we did this time, so that was just getting microwaved there. And my partner cut the roast, and they did a fantastic job. I'm so glad that they did that. I am not patient enough to make such neat cuts the way that they did. And oh my god, y'all, that roast was, dude, it was so good. That amber ale glaze was fabulous. Oh, I was going nuts. Here is our completed plate. Yeah, veggies, mashed sweet potatoes, brown rice with the ham style roast and stuffing. Oh my gosh, guys, I went nuts for this meal. It was so good. It was really filling, and obviously it's pretty healthy. And even though it was so filling, it like didn't feel heavy, the way that a lot of filling meals do. So yeah, this was a fun little thing to do in June, and I'm glad that we did it. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, we'll probably do this sort of thing a little more often now. And then after we had our meal, we actually did make a little bit of dessert. It's an apple cinnamon muffin with a nice coffee. It was actually really pleasant and a really nice like end to the meal. I was a little full, but this was like just the perfect little addition to top it all off. So yeah, that was it for today's video. I hope y'all aren't too hungry right now, and if you want to have a Thanksgiving meal in the middle of June, go for it. July, whatever. Anytime is a good time to make a tasty meal for yourself. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself.